I feel like not enough people speak about this in the fitness industry, that some women might recover from Pilates within a day and some other women might need to take 3 days. And it's not to do with your fitness, it's not to do with your age, it's actually to do with something that I never would have thought about, but now I know everything has clicked. Now, I love being a Pilates princess and I love going to the gym. Showing up isn't the problem for me and it makes me feel good. It's the pain that I was carrying after. My knees hurting, wrists aching, and sometimes I was carrying that pain over onto my next session. Now, me being me, I assumed that my warm-up wasn't doing the job for me, so I focused more on that. I added on 10 more minutes of mobility training, which did nothing. So then I focused more on my cool down. I was doing foam rolling, I was doing deeper stretches, longer stretches, and again, I was still leaving with the same aches and pains. Now, I had checked my sleep, I had checked my hydration levels, I even cut back on my volume of training, and my joints were still doing the exact same thing. Then I came across something which actually reframed it for me and made me understand why what was going on was going on. And that is because your cartilage, your tendons, and your ligaments are all built from collagen. So every training session that we do, it's actually stressing that tissue, but your body repairs it by making new collagen. But as we know, your collagen production actually declines in your mid-20s. And that is exactly why when your training demand starts to outweigh your body's ability to recover, the slowness with the recovery, the aching, the stiffness, this is all going to start happening. I had been trying to fix a structural problem with a foam roller. When my warm-up wasn't the problem, my cool down wasn't the problem, my body just didn't have what it needed to actually keep up. That all made me think about every extra stretch I did, every extra warm-up I was doing, which was actually never going to fix what was happening underneath. So I went on a search for a collagen supplement, and if you've ever tried to find Halal Certified products, supplements, you already know the struggle that I'm about to talk to you about. You end up finding a product, it looks promising, you waste 10 minutes looking at the ingredients, looking for the label, and it's a big fat no, because the bovine sourcing isn't provided, certain things aren't disclosed, and it's just a big waste of time. That is when I finally came across Sunna supplements' halal collagen protein, which is actually halal certified. This is grass-fed bovine type 1 and 3 and comes with 10 grams per serving. They are a Muslim-owned brand, so the halal certification isn't just a sticker and just a tick off on the box. They really built it for us. Now, the first week I started to use this product, I didn't notice anything drastic, and I actually started to think, was this just a waste of time as well? Until around week 3, the stiffness in my joints, in my knees, in my wrists, it started to get a lot lighter, not completely gone, but eased off a lot. By week 6, I was banging out sessions. I was able to go to Pilates one day, gym the next, without worrying about the pain that my joints were going to be in. I just trained, and that hadn't happened in months. And it turns out my training wasn't actually the problem. I just needed something that no one had told me about yet. Sunna supplements actually currently have 40% off right now, with 3 free gifts worth up to £50, and every single order comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you buy the products and you feel no difference, you're an email away from getting every single penny back, and the link is below. So if you're training consistently and your joints are making it harder for you than they should be, like mine were, it might not be your routine, it might be what your body is missing. And now you know what that is.